Alright. We here, man. We had to just, you know what I mean? Get the vibes right. You dig.
I missed that. Nigga, that's my dog. I missed that nigga, bro.
Man.
That's crazy.
I'm mad I didn't get to talk to him while he was here, man.
He's gonna for sure be back. Damn. I missed them boys, bro, because like Hunte and Richard, they in New York. Sav is in LA. Fred is like going back and forth from LA and Nashville, so it's just like Georgie's still here. Garrett in Kentucky, I'm pretty sure. So it's just like it's not. I didn't think my dogs was gonna go. So, you know what I'm saying? Like so soon, but it's good for him.
Nah, that's facts. They going to chase that shit, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going to chase it.
That's crazy. It's just like you start thinking like I spent every day with damn near with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that shit cool though. But Savvy, that's my dog, bro. That's my dog.
Shout out Savvy, man.
Nah, for sure. Big shout out. A lot of honestly, I thank him for a lot of shit because if it like you have people that's like rooting for you and shit, but you got people that push your creativity. And I definitely say like working with him, not just like on some best friend shit, but also like on some like business shit, like making sure his rollouts is straight, making sure like the events, if he needs anything, like yo, I'm here, like let me know what I can do, whether that's like get to the venue early or you know what I'm saying, just like working with him, Jonathan, like just making sure everything is like smooth. It was just like it taught me a lot more. And it just like helped me expand like creatively and mentally and shit. That's my dog. That's my dog.
How is it like having that? I wouldn't say necessarily inspiration because I think everybody would feed off of one another's creativity and just be inspired by one another. But how is that though? Like, does it? You know what I'm saying? Does it just continue to make you go harder? Like, do you wake up on some?
Nah, it for sure makes you like a little hungry. We got this thing in like DB's database, but it's like top 5, like who top 5 working, and for the longest, like the summer, like this summer, the beginning of the year, like it was a heavy thing, like Richard, you not top 5, or it's like, and that like hearing that be like, what you mean, like what you mean, or a nigga be like, Sky, you not top 5, and it's just like. Nah, I gotta become top 5, bro. Like I gotta get it up. So it was just a thing, like a random nigga would call you out, and it's just like top 5. Who top 5 working this week? And it's like, damn, I'm not on that list. Like, I'm coming for that spot.
Hard. That's hard. So, I like that. I like that a lot.
I definitely say like being like, it's not just a collective. It's like a brotherhood, but like being around them, like for sure drives you, like makes you go harder. Even like. Georgie, like, it's just me and Georgie right now. And Fred, and Kimante here. Who was here? Jaden in Chattanooga. So, yeah, it's just me, Kimante, Fred, and Georgie right now. So, it's just like, I know us being, like, it's just 4. Like, it was 15. Now it's just 4. It's like, okay, now we got to hold it down. Like, why they, like, everybody on a side mission. So, it's like, we got to hold it down right now while everybody else do their thing. And then it's time for us to do our thing. And then they hold it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just cool.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's dope. Cool. Has the day-to-days changed, like, with it? With not having the homies just, on call like that? You say you don't go out as much?
Nah, bro. We was at, like, secret Foxy Brown every night. Goddamn Flamingo going out.
Going crazy.
Events. Whenever I could, I try to. But now it's just like I'm in the crib. Yeah, I'm trying to force myself to go back out because like when you like so used to going out with the boys, it's like that's really why I'm going out. Like I'm not really. It's cool to like. I got in the mind space where it's like it's cool to network, but like I'm really going out because I can network on Instagram or I can network on a day to day, going to an event in the daytime. But it's like 8:00 p.m. You going out to get some drinks like. Bro, we trying to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it kind of changed for sure because Georgie on the same thing. Like it's money time. Like we trying to grind so we can like make some. Like I'm 25 and that's still young, but at the same time it's like I can't be bullshitting.
Yeah, you're on the clock now.
Yeah, I can't be bullshit like 20, all good, fun, 21 fun. But now it's like real deal, like it's how I pay my bills. So.
Facts. That's beautiful, man. I guess for letting me introduce it, man. For the ones that may not know, we got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Nashville Jim. He has been around for a minute. I've heard his name in a lot of rooms. He's well respected within his craft. Man, it's an honor to have him here today, man, to chop it up, you know what I'm saying, and just kick it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we got motherfucking Trusiifuu in the motherfucking building.
Yes,
yeah.
That's dope. That ain't got the applause and shit. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fire.
How you feeling, man? I know
good.
we covered on a little bit, but how you feeling though, man?
I feel good. This is definitely this is cool. It's not what I expected. So it's cool, bro.
I'm always curious now because I think for people that watch like the podcast and stuff, they see what they see, but I think I'm still like a little bit of a mystery. I don't know for sure. So it's like for you, how does that like come off with?
Well, the quality of everything is good. So like as a creative and a photographer, I do video and shit. It's just like damn. Now that I'm seeing it's just you doing it, you know what I'm saying?
It changed a little bit.
Yeah, it changed a little bit. It's like, nah, that nigga like doing it like the spot straight, you know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely like homie.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I've only been on I've been on one podcast and I was on that twice. And that shit was cool, but it's like that shit was dope. But for that to be like my first podcast, it was like, okay, this is how podcast is like. I ain't never been on one, you know what I'm saying? So it's always cool to like see how everybody do theirs differently.
For sure. I think people be having this misconception that it's like 50 niggas in here producing this. It's just me, man.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's like hospitality too. It's just like you want some water, bro. Like cool. Like you making sure niggas getting taken care of.
Yeah, so for sure, man. For sure, I bring niggas up here that I respect, man. For sure.
Like I was saying earlier, like I was like, damn. Got real brick in it.
Yeah,
like damn, that nigga elevated. Like
hey, man.
Some different shit. That's crazy.
Oh man, man, where do I want to start with you, man? I know of like the prison work that you've done, but I don't know necessarily the roots. You know what I'm saying? So I just know for like what you do, I respect it a lot. You put out great work.
Appreciate that.
Continue to like increase and challenge yourself creatively. You can like feel that through the through the work. But what's the roots, man? Like where did it all start? And how'd you come up with that fire ass name, man?
So it started, I guess you could say like when I was 20, 19.
Okay.
I got in a real bad car accident. I was just not living life the way I should have been, bro. Just trying to do shit that wasn't me. Trying to be involved with shit that just wasn't me. And my granddad was kind of just like, yo, you need to figure your shit out. Like, I don't want to see you 6 feet in the ground. Like, you got to outlive me. Yeah. So it was just like, for sure, like, my granddad, like, damn near my pops, bro. Like, I didn't really grow up. I grew up with a dad, but it's like the stepdad situation. Which I respect my stepdad. That's my dog, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like my granddad was like, he was there, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up living with them for a little minute too. So it was just like, it built a different relationship within like the family. Yeah. And I seen like when he said something, it was just like, nah, bro, don't take that shit like lightly, you know? So kind of just figured it out. I knew he was like a photographer. He did it for like 30 years. He took photos of like gunshot, like he was like a hospital photographer. So if somebody had a gunshot wound, he got to take a photo of it. They had a surgery.
Wow.
Like he was watching somebody get their heart pumped, brain surgery, like all that type of stuff. So his field was a little more traumatic than mine. But like hearing his stories was just like, you looking through a little square frame and it's literally like tiny, bro. Like that viewfinder is tiny. And all you seeing is like somebody pump a heart. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, that kind of fuck. That to me, that messed my head up, bro. So, like, I can only imagine what it was like for him. But, yeah, just, you know, hearing him do photography, he did, like, some stuff like the Lions and some new stuff when he was in Flint. So, just hearing that, I was like, oh, he doing, like, some dope shit. Like, that nigga going playing golf. Like with the doctors and shit, like that's fire. As a black man, that's like
that's great,
that's dope. So
that's great.
I was just like, maybe I should take that route, like take the photography route and see where it take me. And now we're here.
That's beautiful, man.
Now we're here. It's
what about the name? Like when did Trusiifuu Tru come up?
So I was driving. My Instagram was like at first was like the real Sky. That shit was ass. Like we're gonna be real. I feel like that's something that need to be addressed for sure. Because niggas ask me about it, it's like that shit was ass, bro. Yeah, it was a real Sky. Nigga thought he was like gonna be like some famous nigga or something. But then I was like, you know what? Let me like make it make sense. Yeah. So I kind of like I liked the idea of Tru. Just because it was like being true to my craft, and like I'm always keep it real. Like I'm not finna sugarcoat no shit. So it's kind of like allow that to be a representation of yourself, like true niggas know like he a true nigga or he real. You know what I'm saying? So I was driving one day, and at first it was like True JPEG. That shit was cool. It was just cliche. Like everybody got JPEG. Yeah. Like shot by or like it's cool. But I was driving and a Pink Seafood song came on, and I was like, "Damn, this shit cold." I was like, first time I heard him, and I was like in the middle of like figuring out what I wanted to do with like my branding or like who I am, and I was like seafood. So I'm like, let me look that up real quick. So it was the definition was it's like it's Kimboni. It's like Japanese, some Japanese style of language. Okay, and it's the definition is master of skill. So I like kind of put that together. I was like, true master skill, like
that's hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, damn, that shit tight.
I got it.
So it was just like Trusiifuu, like you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I feel like I'm always the true version of myself. And what you see, like as far as the photos or like the visuals or anything, like that's like no edits. Like that's just straight out the camera, honestly. If like you see like some graphic design, like of course, I didn't probably like rip some shit up and printed it, but at the same time, like that's like how I was feeling at the time. I was like the truth. So kind of where that came about.
Talk about that a little bit, because I think I don't know if it's known enough that you actually are doing like graphic design and things like that. Like when I was just doing my research, I had noticed how much stuff you had your hands on. You know what I'm saying? So like speak on that a little bit. Like where did that come into play?
So graphic design, I honestly thank Jonathan for that. 303 Jack on Instagram, shout out to Jonathan. But he was working on Sav's rollout a lot. This was like during COVID. I had met him passing. It was just like we was at Sav's crib and Sav talked a lot about him. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I'll meet him one day, not knowing that's who the nigga was. And I DM'd him. I was like, bro, I didn't even know that was you. Like, let's make sure like we chop up more. And he ended up just being a part of the database. And it was just like, you can like learn a lot from watching somebody.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would see Jonathan like at the crib, just on his laptop, like working on shit. And I was just watching like, damn, that's how you do this on Photoshop. Like, damn, that's how you. Only thing I really knew on Photoshop was like how to color correct and like
for sure
fix some blemishes. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to like making a cover art or making like a logo or making like any graphic design, like it was just him, just like doing it. I'm just like, damn, this shit tight. Let me just go home and try some shit, or I ask him some questions, and he was just like, yeah, this is how you do this. Or I do like videography, but not really. Like that's not like a passion.
Okay.
It's kind of just like I would just always have a VHS on me, so I kind of just like the aesthetic of having like a clip of VHS somewhere, like whether that's like so you can visually see something because it's different when you see in pictures. Yes, and it's different from like a visual of a nigga walking, than a picture of a nigga walking. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I do like production assistant work. So,
wow.
Which is like just PAing. it's not really like nothing crazy. It's just, you know, if niggas need water, you hand them out to, you know, the production, or if they need you to lift something, like you help lift. If they need some lights raised, like you help them with that. Or you really just like a body for people to be enjoy. Like a lot of times sets be so dry, and they want somebody that's like,
bring some energy.
Bring some energy. Like, yo, you know, you need anything? Like, how you doing, bro? How you feeling? Like, how your day? You know, I know it's hot out here. Yeah. Just somebody to talk to, bro. Because like, this shit can like, it can get serious at moments. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, we recording some shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of bad PAs in the city. So I've heard. So it's like, to be a good PA, just be on your toes. Like, and you are, bro, like, that's damn near how I've been living. Just like PA and working. So
for sure. Has that inspired you being around like in that PA work? Because I know you come off like a real sponge. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't take much for you to pick up on this or pick up on that. It's just, like you said, enough of just seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Get you there to where like when I'm trying this, hey, I can produce and do the same thing. Just speak on that. Like,
I feel like it has. The same with like learning from Jonathan. Like, I've always been open to learning. So, just because I want to know more, like I'm curious. That's just what it is. I'm a curious person. So, being on set, like you seeing a DP actually like record some shit. Like you going to hand the DP some water. So let me talk to him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what you do. Like, how'd you get into this? And people love talking about themselves. So one thing I know, like I've heard podcasts about it, like people love talking about themselves. So if you ask them one question about them, they just keep going. Damn near know his kids, you know, his wife, you know, they get from Clarksville, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay.
And you building a relationship.
So network, now when they go back to LA, because most of these like producers and DPs, they fly from LA or New York to record stuff here, because Nashville is like, they doing Pfizer commercials, country music videos all the time. You got music, like country music, Sony, Apple, like all that shit's here. So this is like a hub now. So it's like they go to LA, they remember, oh, that was that one guy that was like, give me water, make sure I'm hydrated. Yeah. Like, damn near cussing me out because I didn't drink no water. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they remember that, and it's cool because, like, they come back and be like, oh, shit, how you been? And now that's when that conversation sparked, like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do. You know, I want to be a photographer on movie sets, or I want to be a still photographer, or maybe I just want to shoot some laptops for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that word of mouth thing is like, oh, now they know, like, he a good dude. Let me see his work. Oh, his work good. Oh, shit, well, we got a gig for him. And then it's like, or it's like somebody need a film photographer, and it's like, oh shit, I got a guy right here. So it's like, it's a networking thing. That's how I really see it. Somebody told me, David Hamilton, he was like, when you go into this, like, ask all the questions, bro.
Yes.
Like, any question, like, there's no wrong answer, no wrong question. So, yeah, bro. And also that should become like a family. Because, like, when you're working in Nashville as a, like, PA, you see the same people sometimes.
Now, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? So
when
it's
you're
like,
actually able to take your time and, like, build a rapport with
you. So it's like, now they asking you, like, yo, what's your plans? And it's like, I'm trying to move here, or I'm trying to do this. And they're like, oh, shit. Well, I keep that in, mind. So it's cool, man.
That's fire. What keeps you, like, inspired with your photography? Like, what keeps you, like, laser focused in that space?
What do you mean? Like, as far as creating, or just like making sure I'm like always on track?
Creating.
Okay. I'd probably say the people around me, for sure. And then like certain visuals. I just study a lot of photography. I go to McKay's and like pick up a photo book and just look at it, or I got books at the crib that I read, but I don't read. I just like looking at the photos. Or it's like my girl sends me a lot of like inspiration. She model and shit. So it's like she sent me stuff and I'm just like, oh shit, that'd be cool to do. Yeah, if you want to, like, she want to do it, like, we can do it. But yeah, just like, I guess just the world around us. There's so much like shit that you can pull from, bro. Like, even looking at this painting, like, you can pull some shit from that. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
looking at this, little figurine, you know what I'm saying? Kanye figurine. It's like you can pull something from that. Colors, like everything is like you can pull something from something, So just the world we live in, honestly.
When you speaking on that, man, like take us in the mind of a photographer, because like I had Inner Circle up here not too long ago, and
Dope. I fuck with JU.
Yeah. My guys, man. Shout out to
Miles.
them.
Miles is dope.
Yeah. So I talked with Miles, and he does this photography thing, and I was just speaking on just the importance of a photographer. Y'all help all creatives not only like tell a story, but build a world around what they have going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's dope as fuck. Like, I don't have that talent to be a photographer, but for y'all to have a certain eye and to be able to, just that power in your hand to be able to capture a moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much power in that. Like, I don't think people really be thinking of that. You know what I'm saying? How, just tell me, like, how do y'all see the world, bro? I think that's just so fascinating.
Yeah. I watched this podcast. It wasn't a podcast. It was like a Netflix series. It was like black people behind the lenses or something like that. And it's on like YouTube, but I wish I knew the exact name for it. But it basically was saying, like, as a photographer, like, without like us, there wouldn't be no history.
None.
Yeah, like we would know about shit, but like I feel like the world we live in, niggas gotta see shit.
Being able to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I kind of heard that, it was just like, okay, I'm not here to like, yeah, it's cool that I can do these editorial stuff, but my real reason for like having this camera is like to allow people to see what's going on, not just in my life, but in the people around me's life. Also for my kids to see some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
As far as like taking a photo and like what's the process behind it, or like what do I think about it, is more so if it's the same with just being curious. Honestly, like if I'm interested, that shit look dope.
You gonna
want to take a photo. I got literally my camera back in the car. Like I got lights in the car, like all this shit in the car. So it's just like it goes back to being ready. And it's like, if I see some dope shit, like, I'm going to just go to the car, grab my camera, you know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
It's just like always on me. So even like our phones, bro, like our phones are, I know this one guy that literally 50% of his shit and is like phone photography, and the other half is like his actual digital camera.
Wow.
And it's like it looks the same. Like, I'm like, how the fuck you doing that shit with your phone, you know?
Crazy,
bro. Yeah, bro. It's just, I think honestly, it's just like every photographer has a different mindset, I guess, behind it. But I really think, like, for me personally, it's like taking photos of people, taking photos of what's around me, and then just taking photos of cool shit. Like, we was in New York, the first time I went to New York, and it was like, there's this photo on my website, but it's like the bottom of the escalator. And it's got like lights all around. And just like, that shit looked trippy as fuck, and it looked cool, you know what I'm saying? So fuck it, let me just snap a picture of it, because for me, like, I know what it did to me seeing that, because it was just like, we don't got no shit like that in Nashville. So imagine what it's like for somebody else, and what they think.
Let me ask you, so like, in the mind of a photographer, for me being a regular person, like, people is what stops me in my track. Like, take me through that process in that moment, like, when you see something. Like, what is that like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because like you just said with the steps, for me, I'm going to just walk down them steps.
Yeah.
But for you, it's like, wait, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah,
Let me get that.
That's a crazy question, honestly, because I never really thought about that.
Yeah, to me, it's just steps, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'm just going to walk down. But I could bump into a person that intrigues me, and I'll speak to that person. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's an interesting one. I think it's like, I don't know, bro. I think it's like one of the things, like, okay, in everyone's mind, they have like some, like, it's like a creative, like, dopamine thing or whatever.
Yes.
I think that's just like a spark. Like, it's almost like, I don't want to say like drinking and like smoking, but it's like, it's almost like you see a drink, it's like,
It heightens you.
You know what I'm saying? Like makes you like, okay, or you not even like that because I don't want to sound like alcoholic, but it's like,
nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Though.
It's like if you in a club, like let me get a drink because you know I'm a little thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I think for like the camera or like walking around seeing some shit, it's like addicting. Like I gotta like I'm looking for something to really take photos of too. Like my eyes are always like,
just yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just always alert. Like, so
that's
I
fire.
think it's also something that's like instilled in me because like I've been doing it for so long. So like I go out looking, like automatically looking for like dope locations, or like when I'm driving, I'm like, oh shit, that grass look pretty as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I could stop right now and take photos of it, but I got to keep going. Or like if I'm walking, it's just like, damn, this shit looks fire. Like I guess this is another big thing. Like I want to remember that moment, and I don't want to just remember it like looking at it. You know, I think that's really like a big thing. Like I just want to remember it for myself.
Speak on that, like, because I know for me, and I think that may be just a thing because photography is not my thing. I'm more of a person that is in the moment. So like I'll speak on something in particular. Like I seen not too recently, like you took this fire photo of Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite photos right now.
So if I would have been in there, I would have just been taking that moment in. But for you to like capture that moment, that energy in the room, you know what I'm saying? Like speak on that.
I think that was a wild moment for me, honestly. I do like work for Soho House. So I do like some of their photography and stuff. And I remember Erykah like invited me to the calendar invite. And it was like a DJ set with Low Down Dirty Brown or Low Down Loretta Brown. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, that's a fire ass name. Like, who's that? I know Erykah Badu. Yeah. I didn't know her for DJing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know her for Baduism. I know her for like her music and her style and shit. My mama used to play her in the crib all the time, bro. Like, we driving from Michigan and she playing Erykah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, I know who Erykah is, but I didn't know that was her DJ name. So I'm looking into it. I look at the calendar invite. It don't really say nothing. It's just like, you know, the shot list and this and that. And then I go to the app and it was like Erykah Badu. So I'm like tripping, bro. Like I'm bugging. Like,
that's fire.
What the fuck? Like a nigga finna take photos of like Erykah. Like this shit finna be tight. So I tell my girl, she's like, oh my God, you know, support me and shit. I tell my mom, and my mom trips out. And I tell her, I'm like, if you want to go see her, like, let me know. I can put you on the list. And unfortunately, she didn't because she had to work. But it was just like one of the moments, like, damn, like this is my mama's like childhood, like listening to. But it's also mine, and it's a lot of people in America. It's like a lot of people can relate to Erykah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it was just cool. I went and I was just like, damn, this is like. It was one of them moments where it's just like, damn, I'm really doing something. Like, this is real. Like, this is my career. Like, I'm a photographer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
speak on that a little bit, man. Like, does it? Because I always think this is fascinating when like creatives, not for people that's like in the duality. Because I kind of balance both. Like, I still go work a regular job, but like, I know this gives me. It gives me that extra boost. Like, it keeps my juices flowing. So, like, when you're able to have that within the career, could you, like, speak on that, like, in that moment? Like, when you're doing something, like, taking a picture of Erykah by doing, like, dang, that's cool as fuck. I get to work and do this.
I think it don't hit me till, like, before. It hits me before, but it don't really hit me till after. Because it's, like, I was, like, I'm big and horrible at this, but a lot of times I don't, like, applaud myself during the moment, and like I be so ready for the next thing that I don't celebrate like that win. So that was a win, bro. Like, respectfully, like some, you know what I'm saying? So like I literally just took the moment after and was just like, damn, like, I really have like photos in my camera of this woman, and when Soho was like, yeah, you're good to release them. It was just like, okay, now I can show the world. Like, I printed it before they even told me I can.
Yeah, just for your
them,
own.
You know, just for my crib, because it was just like, it's there. And it was around my birthday. So it was really fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really like, nah, nigga turned up. Like, my birthday week, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna take photos of Erykah. I just got, the other night I just got a little drunk, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm in a relation, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything was good. So it's just like, damn, this shit turned. It was just, I think it's for sure like one of them things like I don't really realize until afterwards, and I'm just like, okay, like you're doing something with your life. Like you actually doing what you said you was gonna do. You know, a lot of times we like say we're gonna do some shit and we fought ourselves because we don't do it. Yes. Or we like be hard on ourselves. So to actually see me like myself, like looking outside of myself, like seeing like, damn, bro, you really like working. Like you wake up, you know, apply yourself. You next day you figure out how to do it again, and it's hard. Like this shit is, I love and I hate photography. Honestly, like when it becomes like from like not a passion to a career, it's kind of like you got to balance. It's like some stuff I don't really want to work on. But it's at the same time like I got to pay my bills too. Yeah. Or it's just like find like the like force yourself to like want to work on it and want to love it. If you, I feel like you don't gotta force yourself, but at the same time, like don't put in like some weak ass effort.
For sure, for sure.
Like at the same time, like distill your name on this.
Yes,
but don't take nothing that you don't want to take.
Can I ask you about like the business of it? Because I was talking to my homie Kip and Kip Frozen.
I know Kip. Yeah.
That's my guy, man. That's my dog.
I've never seen what that nigga look like, but
I
know from like social media.
If you go look at the episode, he's on the episode.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta go check it out. But he dropped some game and stuff. Yeah. But I grew up with him, man. That's my brother, man. And just seeing him like just casually just progress through life and in his career, he just always learn like that duality of what he does like creatively, but he also took the time to like learn the business side. Yeah. And so like to my question, how does like creatives start to learn to, because art is such like, how can I explain it, man? It's like with photographers in particular, I'll say, y'all have to learn like what's worth your time, how to set your rates, and also like protecting your work, like copywriting and things like that. Like, how do y'all find your way through that versus like just a regular clocked in job? I guess I can ask like that.
I'm still learning, bro. I've only been full time since April.
Ooh, okay,
this is still kind of new to me, honestly.
So you still learning through some processes and things like that.
Like I just started doing contracts.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's still all new.
Does that part become tricky at some point because of how you view your art? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like is that part easier now, like in negotiations and things like that?
I think it's a matter of knowing your worth. If you want to be paid something, set that as your price.
Set your price.
If you think like you worth $400, set that $400. If you think you worth $150, then set that $150.
For sure.
If you think you worth $30, then you know what I'm saying. Like,
like if you want to get the experience, that's your rate. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you gotta know your worth, because if you know your shit fire, like you getting some quality work.
Yes.
And not only that, but I also think camera expenses play a lot into it. Yeah. And this shit ain't,
this shit
ain't cheap, bro.
It ain't cheap, like, dog.
I want a new camera, but I gotta make some bread so I can. And I feel like a lot of like the clients don't realize that, and they just like, oh, he got a camera. Like they not thinking about this, like the price of what I have to pay for this camera, or the
investment you had to make.
Yeah, so it's like I'm trying to still make all that back. Invest in yourself for sure.
I know when I try to like, collaborate with other creatives, I try my best to find that middle ground. Now, I know, like, you know, sometimes it's like these nuanced conversations to where it's not spoke on enough. So then sometimes whatever the other creative may be going through, they may not have the said budget to do, you know what I'm saying? But it's ways to negotiate through those things. You know what I mean? Like, I know when I'm trying to collaborate with other creatives, I try my best to meet them at where they're at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your price? And then we can negotiate from there.
Yeah,
you know
I do that too. That's another big thing that I say that helps, like, before going into something, like, of course, give somebody your rate. But a lot of times I found myself, like, asking somebody, like, yo, what's your budget too? It's like, I also, like, especially if I fuck with what you're trying to do. Yes. Like, of course I want to get paid, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I want to build a relationship. So, like, what's your budget so we can work something out? Yes. If we can talk something good, it's really like, it's a hustle, bro. Yes. Niggas sell drugs, do this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hustle. That's like, a fact. That's just what it is, bro. You, like, the candle certified, you know, the KP candle, like, she hustling.
Shout out KP.
Yeah, shout out KP. She doing her thing. But it's like, it's a hustle, bro. Like, know the hustle and know how to fight for yourself. I think that's a big thing too. Like, know how to fight for yourself. Like, these lawyers, they fight for themselves. Niggas, it's the bad scenario, but they got child support. You got to pay. You know what I'm saying? That lawyer gonna fight for him. So, like, do the same shit for yourself.
Yeah, you know? For your art.
Yeah, for your art. Like, this art shit ain't. It's not easy.
It's like that pain right there. You know, Neek, and that's my guy. Yeah. We've been locked in. He did my podcast, cover art. We worked on, like, numerous projects. But, like, when he said his price, you know what I'm saying?
Price, yeah.
That's his price.
If you don't want to pay
it. Like, even with the homie, and that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, what's your price? And I try my best to meet them there because I respect that space so much. And I know how hard it can be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
there's been a lot of times where, like, I didn't gave somebody, like, my contact, like, the part of my website, like, give them the link, and they just be like, yo, that's a lot. And it's just like, I just like the message. You know, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like,
that's it.
That's it. Maybe we can work, you know, in the meantime, like, you know, at another time, but.
In order to get me out the bed.
Yeah. I ain't coming out the house. I ain't coming out the house for no chunk. You know what I'm saying?
Laid up on your woman, man.
Nah,
you know what
for real.
Like, yeah, you want me to get up, man?
You gonna have to pay. Yeah, you gonna have to pay this, bro. Like, I could go sell some shit and make. Because
the shit gonna come out fire, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the space of, like, the copywriting space either. Yeah. Like, as far as with photography.
Still learning
that.
I
know some artists.
People like steal shit, bro.
Yes. Yes, bro.
Like, steal shit and, like, don't tag you. Yeah. Like, that shit wild. Like,
proper accreditation is very important.
Yeah. I know there's one guy, he was, like, telling me about copywriting. He was just like, I copyright my shit, and bro, like, posted it without asking me. And then, or, like, it was in a contract or something that, you know, you got to ask before you do it. That's, like, in my contract, like, if you want to post some shit, like, and ask me, but I also got to ask you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a mutual thing. Like,
just communication.
Yeah, communication. Yeah, it's big communication. So, but he was saying they didn't do it, and they ended up paying that nigga like $800,000, like, just so they can click a button. Like,
man,
it's wild, bro.
Because, bro, like, I didn't realize this either. Like, and this is with me having a photographer homie that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he broke it down to me because I know I was ignorant to it and was like, you know, like, if you pay the photographer for their photos, isn't that just it? And he like, nah, it don't work like that. Because, like, let's say you do a magazine or something like that wants to use that, you know, photo. You need to have that conversation with the photographer. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure they can get their proper accreditation. You know what I'm saying? And that, on top of that, if they are, you know, they are paying you for this, they need to pay that photographer as well.
I was gonna say, it's the same way with music, bro. Get your music copyrighted or get your, you know, music stuff. Like, once it gets on a platform, like, they gotta pay you for that.
Yes.
It's like, if I took a photo, Erykah Badu, like, they put it on something, like, somebody else put it on something, somebody else put it on, like, that's revenue.
Yes.
So I'm making money laying in the bed.
Yes.
Like, that's like that's what I'm trying to be on. Like, that's some player shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's some
like
of the fly shit, dog.
You in the bed sleeping, you waking up and you hear ching,
yes.
Ding, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
So you wake up, check your account. Some racks, you know what I'm saying? Racks just hit. So it's just like, damn, I feel good. I'm chilling.
Thanks. So. Bro, speak to me about, like, man, the website, everything that you got going on. Like, I think that's fire, man. Checking out what you got on there. You got new work on there for people to, like, purchase. Like, speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, so the Badu print is up for purchase. Definitely make sure you get one. I got one in the crib. That shit.
It's fire.
It's fire.
It's crazy.
Like, seeing it printed was just like, damn, this shit's nuts. So there's different option prints too. So you got like a 8x10, it's like $20. I think like $24 or something. But then you have ones with frames and stuff like that.
Sure.
There's like some t-shirts on the site that it ain't like no crazy t-shirts, but when I had my gallery, I did like these staff tees. So kind of wanted to like put that on there. They like $10 right now. And then as far as like other stuff, I don't really have stickers on the website right now. But I really wasn't like, I didn't really pay attention to the website like I should have this year. Like my focus wasn't really on it. So I'm trying to like get back focused on it. So new updates, like it'll be updated once a month. Probably gonna be doing some events with the homies for the FTM radio shit. Right. And it's just really like some DJ sets. Cause I like DJ for fun. That's how
hard.
That's how I keep that's like the photography and the work and like balance. Like photography is like work, but it's still like a hobby. But like I got the DJ shit that is a hobby. So like I can just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a good balance to have something else you do. It's like you're not really like, it kind of makes you
music
choice.
Music is a driving force for what I do as well. You know what I'm saying? Like for this podcast, like it was started from just pure passion of music. You know what I'm saying? And then it just branched out to more. You know what I'm saying? Through that, but that was the starting point. But for like you, how does music like help drive like your creativity?
I played drums as a kid.
Wow!
So,
wow! Okay.
So that was like,
that's fire.
I guess music is always something else. My mom played drums. She played the choirs growing up. My dad's a singer.
Wow.
So I kind of grew up on music. that's just not me. You know what I'm saying?
you got to find your niche in it. You know what I'm saying? But
so,
but like you said,
music,
you branched off into like the DJ.
The DJ and shit, yeah. And that was really like watching Richard and Sav DJ. It was just like, guys, they was just, Sav went to New York one day and was just like, yo, I want to DJ. Richard was like, fuck it, I do it too. And
that's
just
hard.
watching them in the crib DJing and then watching Selection and then Georgie DJ is just like, damn, this shit cool. Hunte gave me a board and it was just like, yo, bro, if you want to use it, you can.
Let's go crazy.
And yeah, I just sometimes be in the crib practicing. It kind of opened my mind a little bit to more because it's like with music, sometimes I feel like you can be like closed off. You only listen to Mick Jenkins, or you only listen to Earth Gang, or you only listen to Smino, or you might only listen to Kodak, or you might that type of genre of music, or you might only listen to R&B. But with DJing, like the goal is to like put other people on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing music so you can hear some shit.
Like put you on to some
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like I gotta be open to
I kind of approach it that same way. Like when I play around with like doing like the amp show and little stuff like that. Yeah, it's to put my niggas on. It's
people on,
and it's to see if your music can hang next to
Yeah.
people that's already established or got something going. So, you know what I mean? So
I love music, man. It's definitely. I mean, Sav, musician. Georgie do music. Hunte do music. So it's like it's around me. Most of my photography is music based too. So it's kind of like I'm just around it.
For sure, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
What's the end goal for you, bro? What's the North Star? What keeps you doing what you're doing? What's the end goal and what are you chasing like with this?
That's a couple things. I want to inspire people. I want to live off of my craft. I don't want to work for the man. I just want to like be free.
For sure.
Freedom. I feel like being black and free is a different feeling. Because you can like do whatever the fuck you want, and when it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous to see, like in this world, a black man being able to do like. You see Rick Ross, you see Diddy, like nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like even Ye, like he a little messed up in the head, but you know what I'm saying? Like seeing him, like that nigga ran for president because
he wanted to.
You know what I'm saying? That's like scary, bro. So I don't want to say I want to be like a scary person, like walking through the world, but I want to know like that I'm capable of doing whatever I want to, and without somebody trying to tell me I can't. You know. Going back to especially being a black man. Like,
yes.
You see other people do it all the time.
For sure.
You know, so I think also like, because I do a lot of stuff with BNA, Black Nashville Assembly, SMC, Southern Movement Committee. And just being a part of that with Floss and Erykah, Jamel, and everybody else is a part of it. It's just like, you really see like the breakdown of like what's going on in the city as, you know, African-American males and women. It's like, it's more to it than just voting. Like, we got to be aware of our community and know what's going on. Cause a lot of shit out here that's like messed up. Like, the school bathrooms are chained up. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids can't go to the bathroom. And yes, kid, you know, they be fighting in the bathroom and shit. But at the same time, like, that's not normal. Kids scared. You know what I'm saying? Normal. Yeah, it's not normal. They getting their phones taken, you know, during the day. Like, yeah, they probably don't need to be on their phone. Yeah. At the same time, like, what if some shit happen? Like, it's an emergency, they need to call their mama. Their mama can't get a hold of them. Now they got to call the school, and the school don't pick up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, stuff like that. But it's also ways to, like, prevent it by, you know, going to these meetings and going to these community meetings and learning how we can be more involved. And, like, we change. Like, we change the world that we live in. So I think being a part of that has, like, helped a lot. Because at first, when it, like, the opportunity came, it was just like, that'd be cool. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's cool to, like, see what they doing. But now that I'm involved in it, it's like, nah, bro. Like,
you get a full, like, screenshot of it.
So making a difference.
I know it's very intriguing to me and, like, what they're doing. I think it's dope. I really love their approach to it. Yeah. Well, what I would ask you, though, is what's the simplest way that somebody that may be watching this, that may be wanting to get involved with it, how can they figure out their placement in this and contribute to pushing the culture forward?
As far as, like, with the BNA and SMC, I guess for me, the way it was approached to me was like, you come to a meeting, you know what I'm saying, see how you like it. Of course, like, the reason for this is to educate. The way I look at it, the reason for it is to educate Black Americans in Nashville to know what's going on in Nashville, so we can help make it better. It's like the simplest way to put it, I feel like. Okay. But to be involved, just come to a meeting. They, you know, ask you if you want to be a general member. And it's like tiers to it. So general member, you only got to come to like one meeting a month or something like that.
For sure.
But then you got the flight crew where it's like you actually involved. You like doing the footwork. Like, bro, literally when we was doing like they was doing like all the voting stuff. Jamel went, you know, he was running for council district, I think 21. Yeah. But we was like, it was one time where they asked me to do photography, and we was just walking around like, and you know, going to door, and it's just like that is like, to me, that was a crazy feeling, bro. Like, just to be able to, like you see this in TV shows, you see it, you know, you hear about it, but like to actually see it and be involved, it's like, damn, I'm doing some shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mom would be proud of me right now, you know. So it's just I don't know, bro. It's just a good feeling. It's a good feeling, but definitely like come to a meeting, follow BNA and SMC on Instagram, Black Nashville Assembly, Southern Movement Committee, and I think they got like Black Nashville Votes. It's like a new thing they just started, but just follow it.
All right, man.
You know, they do cookouts, bro. They do
doing it all. Yeah,
man. You know, they do some cool shit. Look fire. Yeah, the spades, like, honestly, like, and it's honestly just the start of it. Like, I don't think they've been doing a lot like for a long time. It's like still involved in. And to see the involvement in such a fast like pace, like I think we trying to get more younger people involved. But you see like a lot of old heads and a lot of like, your grandmama, your mama.
Yes,
we don't see like no 19, 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? Like
really, really involved doing
this. The youth can be involved for the schools. You know what I'm saying? We can reach out to schools, mayor, the communities, 21, 19. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just everything flow. It's like a cycle. So that's kind of how also was brought to me. Like it's like a circle. So you got one part here, one part here, one part here, and it just all makes sense. So
it's working. Let the people know where they can follow you, man. Shout the website out. Shout everything out, man.
Sure.
And just let people know where they can find you, like you said, and just, with the Black Nashville Assembly and everything, man.
Yeah. You find me.
Hey, look at that one.
Okay. Fromthemotherlands.com. That's the website. Trusiifuu, TrusiiFuu on Instagram. What else? Yeah, really the website, Instagram. Make sure y'all follow BNA, Black Nashville Assembly, Southern Movement Committee. Shout out to the boys database. Make sure you follow database.us on Instagram. It's really like an archive page of just bullshit that we be posting. What else? Who else do I need to shout? Shout out my mom. Shout out my girl. Shout out Sauce for allowing me to be on the podcast. Yeah. Make sure y'all go buy a Badu print. It's like one of them moments where like you gotta say all your dues.
You gotta get a whole Grammy speech, man.
For real. You gotta say all your dues before you leave because it's like these niggas gonna see this shit. So it's like, fuck.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, I appreciate what you do, bro. Thank you for your contribution to the culture, man. Thank you for what you've been doing. You inspired me by your work and everything that you've been doing.
It means a lot, bro.
Hey, yeah, man.
It means a lot, for sure.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on here. Like, I feel like I showed my girl the podcast, and she was like, damn, that nigga had everybody on there. And I was just like, yeah, bro, like, he doing the thing. So I appreciate you for even allowing me to be on here and just talking and, allow me to let my mind, I guess, be a little free. So
that's love, my dog. Yeah. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
My guy.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got my guy Tru in the motherfucking building. Yes, sir.
That's tough. That's tough.
Man, do you got anybody song you want to play? Any music? Play another Savvy record? Anything?
Let's play. Damn, I wish they had their new music out. I ain't trying to leak nothing. Let's play Hunte and Georgie song. See, it's on road, man. Let's do By Your Side. Hunt got a new song finna drop. Georgie got some shit coming too. You can hear from me, but Maslow Needs coming out soon. Man, I don't want to say Georgie. I don't want to leak nothing, but they got some new shit coming, bro. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm tapped in now, man. But man, appreciate you.
Bro. No problem.
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
you too. Appreciate you,
my dog.
Yeah, this was fire.
Yes. Till next time, we out. Peace.